Hello, Bonos. Welcome to episode 13. Uh, I left you at the Euros. It just finished. I haven't checked anything. I don't know who's won what or who's moved on where. All I did, I quickly went into the shortlist and I selected it so that it's going down from the strikers downwards because it's their turn to get sort of the first review on the merry-go-round. But as you can see, I've only gone 1 year into the future just because I'm only allowed to go one calendar year at a time. So I could, in theory, just now that I've got to here, manage a holiday again 1 year and wait. But because I'm here and I read the majority of the feedback I got from you guys was that you'd rather do it in 1 year. So it's fine by me. I'll tailor it to what you want. Only 5 of you seem to get back, but it was a consensus that you did want to do it 1 year at a time. And I remembered from just before the Euros, I did see a couple of transfers, not because I went into the shortlist, but it comes up on my messages because I follow you on my shortlist. I got messages on the headline saying this player goes to a different team. So I know there has been some moves. So we'll crack on. And we'll start straight away with Matt. And Matt was the person who had moved. I knew he had moved. And it was a bargain, basically. So I'm expecting him to have done well at Newcastle. I think it's a good club for him to go to. Coming from Barcelona B, straight into the Newcastle team. Because remember, they got promoted. They have Novak. Sorry about that. I've got a pop up. I'll just put that down. So let's check out his stats. And he's not had a great year. Newcastle got relegated, didn't they? I remember they yo-yoed, but I thought that I've just slipped my mind that they'd gotten relegated again. That's not a bad place to come back to, but you're disappointed with his goal return, considering Al was getting, 17 in 35 for Swindon, 4 in 21 for someone of Matt who had undoubted talent. He's played 2 games for Barcelona, for God's sake, and he's now only getting 4 goals in 15 league starts. So it's disappointing. And I noticed his attributes didn't really kick on, but you're not going to kick on really in the Championship. But his composure has gone up one. I remember that being 17, so that's good. I still feel that there's improvement in him if he can get games in the Prem. So we'll see where Newcastle finished once we've gone through like the likes of Novak and things like that. So that's good. His pace is poor though. I thought he'd be a speedy striker from a young age, but he just looks like a poacher. Just an out and out poacher. His off the ball movement's good though. That's rivaling Al's. Let's check out his personal details. So he's in the Championship, and he's played for England. I've seen because he didn't have a senior cap before. Yeah, he's in the Championship and he's playing for England, which is odd. So he's obviously got someone spotting something. He's just not doing it in the Championship, which is weird. And what else was I going to look at? See how much he went for and things like that. Could have had some injuries which held him back. Yeah, he missed a large chunk of the season. 3 months. That explains a lot in terms of the games, and still with the games he did play, would have hoped he'd scored more goals. But that explains a lot of the game time. So Newcastle, they've won the Championship again. I think that, yeah, they've won it 2 years in the last 3 now, and an FA Cup final, wasn't it? It was a runner-up. So he didn't do anything really in the Championship. He didn't get any Player of the Weeks or anything like that. So we will have a look, see who else they've got up front. It's interesting though, when he was younger at Brentford, he was touted as the next Alan Shearer. So it's weird how the game works. It's almost like it knew he was destined for Newcastle things. We'll compare him with Al after we've had a look through Al. But with Matt, when I saw the move to Newcastle, I thought this is going to be a great move for him. But he hasn't. The injuries obviously held him back a little bit. But now injuries aren't really going to stunt your development because we're kind of finishing our development. You can still improve at this age, but only if you're playing games highest level. So I still feel like they can come up with games and goals in the Prem, and they're going to get that next season. And much like Novak, how he improved from that going down to the Championship to then keeping his starting place, the same could be expected of Matt. So I'm expecting a big leap, 23 to 24, and probably in the Prem he'll get even more games, maybe 25 to 30, and maybe 10 goals. So the standard will improve, but so probably will his contributions. And I think that's it for now with Matt. I looked at his contract, nothing. It's just moved. How much did he go for? I forgot. I remember seeing it, and I just thought it was a bargain. Why isn't it on his thing? I remember seeing it, and it was very cheap. I think he was signed for what, 1.1 million or something. That it might be in his biography. Yeah, he was signed for 1.1 million, which is an absolute steal. You're getting a Barcelona B, young English under 21 striker. But I remember it did have clauses that would go to 2.2. But it's annoying that they don't have. Surely they should update that. Let me just see if I click here. Nothing. I don't know. It's odd. But it was 1.1 with like contract clauses to make it up to 2.5. I think it's a bit of a bargain for Newcastle. Okay, we'll move on to Al and compare and contrast the two attackers. So Al's still with England under 21 squad. So he's made his first senior appearance. Hopefully that will be in your landmark. See who that came against. I should really look at that for Matt. See who he got his first international start for. But it normally comes under landmarks. So I just find it odd that they haven't updated that on Matt because I didn't see it. So well done, Al, on your first international appearance. But this is disappointing. You're making all the wrong friends. But obviously you've moved to Newcastle. I forgot to mention that. I did see that. So that's good. You were at Spurs and you wanted to get away from there. But you're not worth a lot. Oh, so you're on loan. Sorry, again, I'm missing all this when it's blue. You're on loan for Spurs. That's good because you were Swindon for a couple of years and you got a loan to a Championship team. You probably thwarted Matt's game time a bit because you're a proven Championship striker pretty much, spending a few years down in the lower leagues with Brentford and Swindon. But looking at your attributes, you're solid. Solid. Good target, man. It's weird how they don't have what positions you should play. Normally that was there for Matt. Let's see, just a target, man. Support, just because your movement, strength, jump, work rate, teamwork. I'd want to factor in that off the ball though. That is your best perk. A defensive forward maybe. Still can't factor in. I don't know which one it would be. Target man, attack. Nope. Off the ball is going to be even more of a quick forward, I suppose, and you need to move in and around. But I still don't see you as a goal getter. Yeah, this one, deep lying forward. That'd be your best one because it factors in your strength, your off the ball, composure, finishing, dribbling, and anticipation. It's definitely a deep lying forward, which is what I had you down for at the very beginning. Was more of a deep lying defensive forward. Okay, so your contract is expiring in a month, and it doesn't look like any deals being done as such. There's no transfer arranged, which is very odd. Again, you've got a senior cap playing all your football in the Championship. You haven't played for Spurs as far as I remember. You've never played for Tottenham in the league anyway, maybe in the cup or something. But again, a great amount of games. 158 games, 63 goals. It's a great record for a youngster. Now, we can't really be labelled youngsters anymore. We're 23 now. But again, it's solid. The number's very similar to when he was at Swindon. But he's just ever so slightly improved. 1 goal in 1 less game and an extra man of the match. But